Sweet home high Wycombe, the pepper pod and mausoleum, Hellfire caves and chair museum, the Nag's Head where the pistols played, the site where G-Plan once was made, a big chair for the furniture trade. Sweet home high Wycombe, where the Hellfire Club played their degenerate games.
I had spent a large part of my creative adult life working on concept pieces or musicals, but my biggest success was a video of a song that lasted less than 2 minutes. I filmed most of it one cold, boring Boxing Day and finished it in the spring with a shot of me in the field of daffodils at Hewenden Park. Apparently it became popular with the students at the uni. I get recognised in the street because of it. The 3 versions have had about 80,000 hits between them, but still I kept on trying to get a musical off the ground. So my friends Phil Ryan the songwriter, Denny Burton the keyboard wizard and myself had written a modern musical and had then been advised to write a period piece, and having done that had then been advised to write a modern musical again. I wrote a treatment of Nicholas Nickleby set in a care home, another of those ideas so good that somebody else did it after me. We decided to do the novel Trilby by Georges du Maurier, famous for featuring the character Svengali. It is the story of an older man, a failed musician, grooming a young woman for the success he never had. It is about coercive control and possible drug misuse. A man I describe as having no use for love and hate, only living to manipulate. The other 2 backed out, but over a period of more than 10 years I kept coming back to it and adding new songs. One song took me 5 years to write. I needed to explain how the Svengali character was so sure he would succeed, so I gave him a formula.
Trust in me and let me always guide you, and a part of me will always be beside you. Now I'm absolutely sure you have just the voice I've been searching for. Now I've found the final part of the equation, the formula to make my reputation. What a boost to a career, to know exactly what it is the public want to hear. Music like the sounds of their lives, a film like score of ever-present background noise, melodies familiar to everyone. Sing this way and all the world will want to hear your voice. Music's in the sounds that surround us. It is the careful taming of the call of the wine, strange sounds, engines, horns and bells that whistle of the clock chimes, the nursery rhymes, a harmony with sings to the child.
I had become involved with Wycombe Arts Centre, which at the time was called Arts for Everyone. I started volunteering right at the start of their taking over the church and church hall on Desborough Road. I mostly painted walls. People would ask what I personally wanted from an arts centre, and I always replied that I wanted to put on a musical. The Arts Centre staged an event in March 2011. I gave my first ever solo singing performance, performing Sweet Home High Wycombe on the piano. My friend Lauren held up lyrics for the audience, and they also had somebody signing for the deaf. When the work had finally finished, the group of us that had been meeting on Saturdays to decorate then started to meet on Saturdays to share our art. This then became regular monthly Saturday afternoon performances. I found some singers, but I finally had to accept that I would need to perform one of the parts myself. I had to sing and play either keyboard or guitar at the same time. In my band days, the only singing I was ever allowed to do was the congressman in Summertime Blues. I'd like to help you, son, but you're too young to vote. I found my participants amongst the other performers. I am not a natural leader, and I'm sure I was showing Svengali tendencies. So much so that I was able to write a sympathetic song for him to sing. He was only doing what he was doing for the benefit of those he was doing it to. Every month we would do 3 or 4 numbers, and I eventually had film of the whole thing.
I know it's out there someplace, the life that I meant to live. Right now so many empty spaces, don't know how much more that I can give. I don't want an ordinary world, under ordinary skies. Take me where the dreamers live, take me where the blue birds fly. Show me that a true love's kiss really, really does exist. I wasn't meant to live under ordinary skies. I wasn't meant to live under ordinary skies.
Well, that wasn't too bad, I suppose.
I was so nervous that when we were allowed a slot at another art centre event, I took a week off work to prepare. The Saturday thing fizzled out and I started running a Friday open mic night, where I would also try to get the other performers to do songs from Svengali. I even joined a theatre group that was starting up at the art centre. I endured all kinds of improv exercises just in the hope of getting Svengali done, but to no avail. One day I was walking the dog and I met an ex-work colleague who was running an open mic night in a pub in Maidenhead. The Anchor made claim to being the only pub where it is Halloween every night. I performed the whole Svengali piece there in costume, singing to a backing track I had made. The piece had then become known as Where Dreams Come to Die.
They tell you to follow your dream, but that might just lead to that place where dreams come to die. When you look at your life, do you see what you want to see? Will you dare to succeed? Are you scared you might fail? Will you reach for the stars? Or will you just hide away? Will you be the hero of your own tale? Does the music hold you everywhere? But if it's not there, does the day just seem wrong? Do you stand on the street tapping your feet, resisting the urge to listen to song? And when they tell you your dreams have come true, and you come to see it has all been a lie, you find yourself shouting out why, but you know there will be no reply. Can you stand in your face in that place where dreams come to die?
I developed a costume from unlikely charity shop finds that I had picked up over the years for such an occasion. This was also a voyage of self-discovery, as I adopted aspects of the character's sartorial and makeup choices for myself. I also took on a stage name, Twangling Jack, an insult from the Taming of the Shrew. I was at an open mic at the General Elliot in Uxbridge when I encountered a woman named Mika. I sensed she may be at least slightly interested in my performance, but I was totally blown away by hers. She had a look and a sound I wanted for my musical. Her songs interested me, but they were not what I wanted. Once again I became the Svengali. I persuaded her to take a listen to Where Dreams Come to Die. She told me she had once been something in advertising. She told me her and her partner were interested in the musical. She made a website. She sent me graphics. She named it Gothpera, and I had been Svengali'd. I had a meeting on a boat. Large sums of money were mentioned. I was getting used to hearing the mention of large sums of money, but part of me regretted that we had never performed as a duo at the Anchor. The Anchor was pulled down and the whole world went into lockdown, and all our dreams died. I joined a virtual open mic Facebook group called Open Mixolate, and I would spend those isolation spring days of 2020 locked in my shed filming myself playing songs to share. This developed into virtual duets with Dane Cobain, who I'd worked with at the Arts Centre and the Anchor. I realised this was an opportunity to film an isolation Gothpera. I sent people backing tracks which they filmed themselves singing to. I then assembled all these performances. A highlight for me was getting Ali Curry of Ear Candy and Grace Note to sing one of the big numbers, a song I had never previously found a suitable singer for.
Where did the magic go? Where are the crowds wanting more? And the glorious afterglow when you sang the encore? Have I taken my final bow? Where did it all go wrong? Where did the magic go? What can I do now, now that it's all?
One of my pet hates is the song Don't Stop Believing, and the whole idea that you just have to want something bad enough and you just have to work hard enough at it and you will get it. The musical ends with a song that is the anti-Don't Stop Believing. It has the line, "Don't waste your life, most dreams don't come true." It is called Advice. I managed to get Joe Warren and Colin Upfield to join Dane, Amanda and me on that one.
Don't waste your life, most dreams don't come true. Follow your own path, enjoy being you. Don't need to have it all, whatever people say. Don't wait for success, be happy today.
Be observant without being clinical. Be skeptical without being cynical.
I knew there were some songs of mine that could be played simply, and some people would like them even if it was me that performed them. And many of those people would be strangers, and that would be all the success I really needed. I planned that when we got let out I would take my own advice. Be happy today.
Always listen to advice.